India criticizes Pakistan on global platforms, says using the pandemic as an opportunity, terrorists have made innumerable attempts to infiltrate in India from their safer ports across the border to carry out attacks at the UNOCT virtual session. India also says Pakistan continues to use every opportunity to peddle false narratives and make baseless, malicious and shocking allegations against India and interfere in internal matters. Locust control operations carried out in more than 275,000 hectares area from the 11th of April till the 6th of July. Aerial spraying capacity strengthened for anti-locust operations along with a Bell helicopter deployed in Rajasthan. Light rain spell in Delhi brings respite. Meteorological department issues a high alert, predicts heavy to very heavy rains in many parts of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Heavy rains continues to lash Saurashtra, over 1,000 people evacuated. Recovery rate from COVID-19 in India crosses 61% with over 4,39,000 recoveries of patients. Over 15,000 COVID-19 patients have been cured in the last 24 hours. Active cases rise to 2,59,000 with 20,160 deaths. United States to formally withdraw from the World Health Organization in July 2021. Global body receives formal notification of the decision by President Donald Trump. US currently owes WHO more than $200 million in assessed contribution. Global tally of confirmed cases of COVID-19 about 1 crore 17 lakh with over 5 lakh 42,000 fatalities. Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro tests positive. WHO acknowledges evidence emerging of the airborne spread of COVID-19. And international cricket resumes today after a gap of 117 days due to COVID-19 pandemic. England take on West Indies in the first test in Southampton. Jason Holder and Ben Stokes to lead teams in historic test. Good morning. Welcome to English News. I am Anil Thomas. Now for the stories in detail. India has yet again unmasked Pakistan before the world community on the issue of terrorism during an intervention at the UNOCT virtual session on Tuesday. India said that using the pandemic as an opportunity, terrorists have made innumerable attempts to infiltrate in India from their safe abodes across the border to carry out attacks. India's head of delegation, Mahavir Singh, said that while the world is coming together to battle the pandemic, Pakistan continues to use every opportunity to peddle false narratives and make baseless, malicious and shocking allegations against India and interfere in our internal matters. Referring to Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's recent statement in his parliament glorifying Osama bin Laden as a martyr, India said this is a chilling reminder of the patronage that the international terrorists receive in Pakistan. India has also called upon the world community to call upon Pakistan to take sustained, verifiable and irreversible actions against terror outfits operating on the territory under its control. Pakistan's role as the epicenter of terrorism has been well documented by numerous international organizations, including the United Nations and the FATF. Pakistan's Prime Minister has publicly acknowledged the presence of up to 40,000 terrorists in his country and that terrorists from Pakistan have attacked the neighboring countries. Recently, a UN Security Council report also said that around 6,500 Pakistan terrorists belonging to the Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed are operating in Afghanistan. India, while criticizing Pakistan for peddling misinformation on Kashmir, said that Pakistan is seeking to portray its military, financial, logistical support to cross-border terrorism against India as a freedom struggle. Highlighting the gross human rights violation by Pakistani authorities in Balochistan, Khyber and Pak-occupied Kashmir, the Indian representative said that Pakistan has systematically and consistently discriminated against its religious and cultural minorities. Reports on forced conversions, attack on religious places of Ahmadiyas, Christians, Hindus and Sikhs. Shias, Pashtuns, Sindhis, Hazaras and Baluchis in Pakistan are well known to the world community. Rejecting Pakistan's fake narrative against India, the Indian representative said that the least Pakistan could do is to look into its own sorry state of affairs and put its house in order before pointing fingers at others and spewing venom against the democratically elected Indian government and its leaders. Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla and the U.S. Under-Secretary of State for Political Affairs David Hale held virtual Foreign Office consultations. They reviewed the entire gamut of engagements under the India-U.S. Comprehensive Global Strategic Partnership, including political, economic, commercial, regional and international cooperation. In the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic, they agreed to further strengthen the bilateral health partnership, including pharmaceuticals and vaccine development. Trade and people-to-people ties, including through visa facilitation for students and professionals, open and fair order in Indo-Pacific cooperation in UNSC during India's tenure was also discussed. Moving on, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman held meeting through video conference with secretaries and CMDs of 23 central public sector enterprises of Petroleum Ministries, Ministry of Power, Ministry of Coal and Mines and Department of Atomic Energy to review the capital expenditure in this financial year. The combined capex target of these 23 central public sector enterprise for the year 2020-21 is 1,65,510 crores. This meeting was held as part of the series of meetings that the Finance Minister is having with various stakeholders to accelerate the economic growth. In the meeting, the Finance Minister emphasized on the timely capital expenditure of the CPSES to give a boost to the economic growth of the country. Encouraging CPSES to perform better with timely achievement of targets, Finance Minister said that better performance of CPSEs can help the economy in a big way to recover from the impact of COVID-19. Well, coming back to the story that previously discussed, let's once again get our correspondent Amrit Pal Singh on the phone line. Amrit, good morning. Amrit, looking at the developments that's taken place in that virtual meeting, India, U.S. Foreign Secretaries there, and U.S. Under Secretary of State for Political Affairs, holding a virtual Foreign Office consultation. How do you see the entire gamut of engagements that have taken place, in this particular virtual meeting?
In yesterday's talk, Sanil, the most important thing that was flagged by India was the impact or the likely impact that it could take on students, Indian students studying in the US who could be affected by the new visa regulations for F1 and M1 visas. For the online, the students taking online classes in American Institutes of Higher Education and Learning. As you know, the Department of Homeland Security has put new immigration policies in place, though they are yet to be implemented. So India raised that with the US very, very strongly, and sources tell us the US told the US Foreign Secretary told the Indian Foreign Secretary that the US will take care and try to mitigate the impact on Indian students. As you know, about 2 lakh Indian students study in the United States, and they're a strong pillar of Indo-US relations. So that was flagged by the Indian side. Apart from that, as you said, the entire gamut of relationship was discussed, the strategic partnership that exists between the two countries, trade, economic issues, regional issues, global issues, especially the Indo-Pacific, given the tensions that have prevailed with China, though China was not specifically named in the press release put out by the Foreign Ministry yesterday, but when they spoke about Indo-Pacific and deepening cooperation for a fair, free, inclusive, rule-based order in the Indo-Pacific, I'm sure that China would have figured prominently in the talks between the two foreign secretaries. The US on its part also showed keenness to cooperate on vaccine development and pharmaceutical health cooperation in the health sector, especially the pharmaceutical sector, given the COVID-19 crisis.
Okay.
So this is what transpired in the talks yesterday.
Amrit, a brief take from you. Was there a talk on the India-China standoff? And the UNSC. US has firmly put its hand behind India there. Having said that, did the India-China relations also come for discussions?
I'm sure they would have, because if you look at the release, they talk about that they spoke about regional and global issues and discussed Indo-Pacific at length. Now, given China's belligerence in the Indo-Pacific and how US has backed India in the past few days since the tensions came up with China, and has backed India's stand, so I'm sure the two foreign secretaries discussed China.
Okay.
And what India's policy would be, as India has made it very, very clear to the world and also to China that India is ready to talk, disengage, de-escalate. But if there is any sort of transgression or shadow cast on the sovereignty or the territorial integrity of India, so India reserves the right to respond militarily, and it will take a tough posture. So the Americans would have been briefed very, very clearly about how India is tackling this crisis.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you and appreciate you joining us this morning with those updates there on that meeting. Well, moving on now, India on Tuesday stressed upon the need to take significant steps for combating climate change and called upon countries to implement the financial and technological commitments under the UN FCCC and Paris Agreement. Speaking on the 4th edition of the virtual ministerial meeting on climate action, Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar called upon developed countries to once again do their part as planned under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change and Paris Agreement. The Union Environment Minister also said that promise of $1 trillion by 2020 has not yet been fulfilled, and hoped that in the remaining 5 months. Highlighting India's efforts, the Union Minister said that India has achieved a reduction of 21% in emission intensity of its GDP between 2005 and 2014, thereby achieving its pre-2020 voluntary target. Further, India's renewable energy installed capacity has increased by 226% in the last 5 years and stands more than 87 gigawatts. He said Prime Minister Narendra Modi has further announced the aspirational target of increasing renewable energy capacity to 450 gigawatts. India's total forest and tree cover is 8,07,276 square kilometers, which is 24.56% of the total geographical area of the country. Highlighting India's efforts towards cleaner fuel, Union Environment Minister said that India has also leapfrogged from Bharat Stage 4 to Bharat Stage 6 emissions norms by the 1st of April this year, which was earlier to be adopted by 2024. Central government has ramped up measures to tackle the menace of locust attack. For the first time, drones and helicopters have been deployed to control the locust operations. Within the last 3 months, the government carried out locust control operation on a war scale. Let's take a look at this report. Locust swarms are emerging as a new threat to agriculture sweeping through northern and western belts of India. In order to tackle the menace, central government has carried out locust control operations between the 11th of April and 6th of July 2020 over 275,000 hectares of land in affected areas of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh and Haryana. Kailash Chaudhary, Union Minister of State for Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, said that the government is committed to protect crops from locust attack. It is for the first time that drones and Bell helicopters are being used in locust control operations.
हेलीकॉप्टर आने वाले समय के अंदर उसी क्षेत्र के अंदर रहेगा और वहां रहकर जैसे ही पाकिस्तान की सीमा से टिड्डी भारत में प्रवेश करेगी तो हेलीकॉप्टर के द्वारा और ड्रोन के द्वारा भी छिड़काव किया जाएगा और ट्रैक्टर से भी स्प्रे करके ट्रैक्टर की मशीन के द्वारा भी स्प्रे किया जाएगा। कुल मिलाकर एक ये है कि टीडी को किस तरह से हम नियंत्रित करें, इसकी हमने पूरी तैयारी कर ली है।
Locust control operations was being carried out by LCO between 6th and 7th of July in 7 districts of Rajasthan, including Badmer, Bikaner, Jodhpur, Nagaur, Ajmer, Sikar and 22 areas in Jaipur. The operation was also conducted in Jhansi of Uttar Pradesh and parts of Tikamgarh in Madhya Pradesh. Spraying capacity has also improved for anti-locust operation. A Bell helicopter has been deployed in Rajasthan for use in scheduled desert area as per the need. Indian Air Force has also conducted trials in anti-locust operation. Presently, 60 control teams with spray vehicles have been deputed in the states of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, and more than 200 central government personnel have been engaged in locust control operations. The forecast is that these swarms will return to Rajasthan with the start of the monsoon in the coming days to join other swarms still arriving from Iran and Pakistan. OP Yadav's report, DD India. In Assam, the flood situation has improved considerably in the last 48 hours. Nearly 2 lakh people are affected in 13 out of the 33 districts of the state. One person lost his life due to flood waters on Tuesday, taking the total death toll in the state to 39. The Indian Meteorological Department has predicted heavy to very heavy fall in the northeast for 2 to 3 days beginning from July 9th. Extremely heavy rainfall in the catchments of northern tributaries of Brahmaputra on the 9th and 10th of July, namely Sankosh, Manas, Beki, Dansiri North, is predicted, which may cause severe inundation in many districts. Similarly, heavy to extremely heavy rainfall in the catchments of southern tributaries, namely Lohit, Naudining, Burhaidhing, are likely to cause severe flooding in the districts of Tinsukia and Dibrugarh. Moving to Gujarat, incessant rainfall for the last few days has led to a flood-like situation in several districts of Gujarat. The IMD has issued a 3-day alert in Devbhoomi, Dwarka, Jamnagar, Porbandar, Gir Somnath and Rajkot on Monday. The districts are witnessing heavy downpour as per the prediction. Due to the heavy downpour, 12 out of the 205 dams have been filled 100%, while 35 dams have been filled more than 70%, and water level is increasing continuously in the remaining dams too. 3 dams of Devbhoomi Dwarka, 2 of Porbandar and 1 dam in Jamnagar are overflowing. 25 other dams have been kept on high alert as they can overflow at any time. Along with the dams, 17 small rivers and 5 reservoirs of the state are also overflowing. Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani is constantly reviewing the situation. NDRF teams are deployed at several places to swing into action as and when required. Light to moderate rainfall lashed parts of Delhi NCR, bringing the mercury level down by several notches. The IMD has predicted that thunderstorm with light to moderate rain could occur over adjoining areas of Garmukteshwar, Hapur, Barot, Kharkhoda, Rohtak, Memam, Bhiwani, Narwana, Koshli, Rewari, Bhiwari, Farooq Nagar, Nuh, Hodal, Bhawal, Kotputli, Viratnagar and Narnaul. Well, the risk of disease and infection goes high during the monsoon season. Our correspondent Kiran Bharadwaj spoke to Dr. Navneet Vig about prevention of monsoon-related diseases.
Monsoon brings along risk of many health problems and diseases. How to be healthy in this weather? To talk about this, we have with us Dr. Navneet Vig. Dr. Vig, what are the common diseases seen during monsoon?
During the monsoon, there can be food, water and mosquito-borne diseases. It's like we can have diarrhea, we can have like typhoid, we can have hepatitis, and then we have this dengue, chikungunya and malaria.
What can be done to be healthy during this season?
Best to enjoy monsoon is to keep our immune system perfect by drinking plenty of fluids, eating fresh, small amount of food, and then doing some meditation, and we don't strain ourselves. If we are wet in rain, then we come back and take a bath. So cleanliness is most important. If we keep clean, then we can take care of all illnesses which are related to monsoon.
Thank you, Dr. Vig, for talking to us. Take precautions during monsoon and practice good hygiene. This will help you to keep away health problems and enjoy the season. Kiran Bharadwaj, DD News.
Well, during the COVID-19 pandemic, work done by each and every ASHA worker of the country is more valuable. ASHA workers who have done good work, they will be recognized and awarded by the Government of India. Annapurna, ASHA worker from Tunganagar area in Shivmoga district of Karnataka, got the National Best ASHA Worker Award, and her good work will inspire others.
For the last 3 years, Annapurna working as ASHA worker. She advises the local people regarding corona infection and how to safeguard against it. Even after off seal down of Tunganagar, where she had gone door to door to create awareness about COVID-19, she continued her work. National Best ASHA Worker Award winner Annapurna, speaking to DD News, says about 7,500 people live in Tunganagar, where literacy is low.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಆಶಾ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತೆಯಾಗಿ ತುಂಗನಗರ PSC ಇಂದ ಟಿಪ್ಪು ನಗರ ಬಲಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 7,500 ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. 1,550 ಮನೆ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಲಮ್ ಏರಿಯಾನೇ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿನ್ನೆ ತಾನೇ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಝೋನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಜನಗಳು ಕಂಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಝೋನ್ ಶೀಲ್ಡ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೂ ತುಂಬ ಕಿರಿಕಿರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಿಡಿಸಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಶೀಲ್ಡ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವಕ್ಕೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದೇ ಥರ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಪಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲಿ ಮೇಲಿರೋ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರುಗಳಿಗಾಗಲಿ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
Dr. Rajesh Suragihali, District Health and Family Welfare Officer, says there are 8 ASHA workers working in Tunganagar. Annapurna is working in very sensitive area. In this containment area, most of them are poor. There are 8 ASHA workers working in Tunganagar. Annapurna is working in very sensitive area. In this containment area, most of them are poor, daily laborers and illiterate people. Annapurna took them into confidence and advised them, and her sincere effort has given good results. ASHA worker Annapurna's work recognized at national level. During the lockdown period, she has done good work, which is inspirational. Bureau Report, DD India.
Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of news, but I leave you with a positive thought. Only humans can save humans with humanity. Thanks for watching.